You are now listening to The Lance Scurv Show, the boldest spot on internet radio.
Hi, Lance. This is Renata again, and I want to thank you again for having me on your show.
Yes.
And I want to enlighten, and I always try to enlighten the listeners about what I said was coming and it happening. Okay? And I told
Conference
before
locked.
Cameroon had their election in the Battle for Africa, you can look at the date of that interview. This was a week before Democratic Republic of Congo, I'm sorry. Before the Democratic Republic of Congo, a week before they had their election, I did an interview, and I think it's in the video called Global Strategic Positioning of Africa. And I prophesied because I saw, not prophesied, but I saw a vision. And I said, I see the Democratic Republic of Congo rise up like a mighty warrior. And I saw Congo, one of the mightiest races of black people on the planet. That Congo, the richest country on earth. I saw Congo, our mother, Congo, our father, the rivers of Congo that gave birth to humanity. I saw Congo bent over, and it rose up like a mighty warrior. Some of the mightiest, strongest genetics on this planet is in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And I saw Congo lift its hands like a man, because the spirit of Congo is not a woman, it's a man. Which is unique because most of the African continent, most of the countries, their spirit is a warrior woman. But Congo's unique because the spirit of Congo is a mighty warrior man. And I said to you, I saw in a vision Congo rise up like a mighty warrior. And it had two chains, the same chains that they put our ancestors in, one on the left arm and one on the right arm. And I saw Congo lift the chains and broke the chains and cried out, peace. And I said to myself, Congo, what is coming to the Congo? What is going on in the Congo? Because I had no clue. I just saw this in a vision. A week later, go back to the video and look at the date. A week later, in the history since Congo got its independence, it has never known peace because it's the richest country on the planet. There is no country on the planet except for Haiti. The only spirit on the planet that can match Congo is Haiti, because the depth of Haiti's riches has not been known to the world yet. Was Congo. And they have put Congo in chains because it's a black country and it's the richest. And I told you, I saw in a vision, Congo lifted his hands and broke the chains of slavery and said, peace. I told you that a week before they had the election. And in the first time in the history of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the first time in 30 years, they had a peaceful transfer of power. The first time. Well, I have news for you today. That was part one. Part two is what I got today. I got news today coming out of Uganda that on the border of Congo and Uganda was a shipment of weapons that is sitting at the border of Congo and Uganda that was set to go into Congo. And the guns could not make it into Congo, black people. Do you understand that Congo has not known peace since it gained its independence? and the guns were stuck at the border. And the French company responsible, the French contractors, military contractors, who's responsible for sending those guns into Congo, have to do new logistics where they're going to send the guns back to Uganda and send it up to Morocco. Not only that, the longest peacekeeping mission in the United Nations history has been in Congo, because Congo has been at war since it gained its independence. No one has ever told you, dared to tell you, Congo will know peace. And in the midst of the darkness that they put that country through, I said, Congo, you will rise like a mighty man. Today, I got word that in the Democratic Republic of Congo, for the first time in 30 years, the United Nations have declared they are going to withdraw from Congo. In 30 years, they've been in the Congo. And in 30 years, the Congo has not known peace. Black people, I'm going to keep telling you this. And I know some of you are sick of me repeating the same thing over and over again. But that's okay. Because when a person, I'm patient, when a person has been abused and fractured, to put them back together, you have to repeat. And I know some of you are saying, oh, God help us. She's going to tell us the same thing 10,000 times. I'm going to tell you 20,000 times until you get it. Black people, that God that you love so much is your enemy. I'm going to deliver the message to you. That God those gods that you cling on to and fight for and claim your descendants of, I'm going to keep repeating to you, because none of their prophets ever stood to declare to you, peace is coming to Congo, and it happened. None of those gods ever declared to you that the United Nations is going to pull back from the Congo, and it happened. 30 years that country has been at war. Okay? I'm going to keep telling you, black people, those gods that you love and that you fight for and you give your 10% tithes to, and you give your energy to, I'm going to keep telling you, black people, those gods are your enemy. And one day you will wake up, hopefully before it's too late, and realize those gods are your enemy. And those gods are geopolitical tools used to not only enslave you, not only genocide you, but to steal your land. But I'll leave that for another day. For the first time in the history of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the United Nations have declared they're going to scale back their operations. They've been in the Congo for 30 years. This is unprecedented. And they said they're going to take the shipment. The guns are stuck at the border of Congo. And they're going to reroute the guns and send it to Morocco. God help Morocco. But that's not my problem at this point in time. This is the news I received today. Okay? And I'm telling you, black people, I'm going to tell you something else that I told you before, and I'm going to tell you 100 times. Stop forgiving. And you don't just stop forgiving. In order to make up what you have lost, you have to lay curses. You don't just stop forgiving and move on. You have to curse those who dared to come against you. I'm going to tell you again. You curse them in the morning. You curse them at noonday. And you curse them at night. You curse their coming and you curse their going. You curse their rising and you curse when the sun sets. You curse when they turn to the left and you curse when they turn to the right. You never let your enemy know peace who come to destroy you. In the history of Congo, I told you Congo will know peace. For the first time in the history of that country, since it gained its independence, is the only African country that has never known peace since it gained its independence, because it's the richest country on the planet. All your cell phones, all your laptops, all your computers, you will not have because of the Democratic Republic of Congo. All of it. They had a peaceful transfer of power. Now, the gun that's supposed to go into Congo to continue fueling that war and murdering black people is mysteriously stuck at the border and can't get in. Okay? It's stuck at the border and it can't get in. Black people, I'm going to tell you, when you rise up in your power, backed by your ancestors and backed by your ancestral God, you may just be the one to save this planet. And I'm going to tell you this as well. Like I told you before, what controls this planet is not human. Okay? Because you can't tell me in 30 years, all of a sudden, the United Nations does a U-turn and says we're going to pull away from Congo and leave them alone. You're not going to tell me the French government, who is responsible for the majority of the wars on that continent, all of a sudden their contracting firm says we're not going to send the guns to Congo, we're going to reroute and send it to Morocco. Black people, this is not a joke. I'm going to tell you, step into your power and lay your curses. Now, what is burdening my heart this morning is Nigeria. Nigeria. I need Nigeria to get a piece of their soil. And I need Nigeria. And Nigeria is the strongest Christian country. You know how Nigerians love their Jesus on that continent. And since they love their Jesus and their Allah, they have not known peace. But that's their business. I need Nigerians to get a piece of their land. Because Nigeria, what I see they're planning for you is a bloodbath. And let me tell you, there's an impending war coming to Nigeria. You Nigerians feel it, I feel it. Okay? And it's not by accident. And it has nothing to do with all the blood rituals you see these young people doing to get some money. It has to do, black people, I'm going to keep telling you this. It has to do with these high-level contracts. And if you go back and you listen to the videos, and I want you guys to go back once in a while and listen to those videos where I echo these visions that I saw. I said, Nigeria, you are difficult. You're a difficult country. I said, because you, Nigeria, have been sold 10 different ways. And this is stuff I'm seeing in the spirit realm. Only 2-3 days ago, to hear a man who worked in the upper echelons of the Nigerian government to find the actual paperwork of everything that I saw going on in Nigeria and going on all over the African continent. I said, Africa, your problem is this. Your land and the people in it have been sold. And I said, what is difficult about Nigeria is that Nigeria, unlike all the other countries, was sold in 10 different ways. Nigeria, I need you to wake up. And I know many of you will never listen to me because a lot of you are under Jesus. And you're not going to listen to me because I stand and I say Yahweh is Lucifer and I'm not changing my mind. And everywhere Yahweh goes is genocide, bloodshed, theft of land, rape, pillage, and plundering, and I'm not changing my mind. Nigeria, I need you to listen to me. A couple days ago, I came across a video by accident, 2 days ago to be exact. And everything I saw in the vision, where I saw the land was sold, and it wasn't sold to people on the African continent, it was sold to people outside. And those people, I told you, I saw them. and they're preparing a bloodbath on that continent. And I said, you will not get that continent. I said, you will not get it. I said, because I see you, Nigeria. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. I am trying to prevent a bloodbath in your country. And I cannot do this alone. I need you Nigerians to listen. Because some of you who are discerning and spiritual, you feel what is coming. And the powers that own your land and stole your land behind your back want you dead. I want you scattered. The majority of people who are slaves in Libya today, the report coming out of Libya is that they are barbecuing Nigerians. I am not joking. They are making shish kebab out of Nigerians. I am not joking. They are skinning them like you would skin a lamb. They are cutting them up and making them shish kebab and roasting them. Nigerians, this is what they're doing to Nigerians in Libya. The majority of slaves in Libya are from Africa, sub-Saharan African slaves are from Nigeria and Cameroon. Okay? Nigerians, I need you to listen to me. And many of you will not listen to me because you're Christian, and I tell you flat out, Yahweh is the cause of your problems. Many of you will never listen to me and never heed what I will say. But the few who will listen will save your country from an incoming bloodbath. Because in my spirit, what I see is they're coming to collect. And what they want to do to Nigeria is they want to cause a so-called civil war. And it has nothing to do with Nigerian people. It has to do with who owns the land in Nigeria, and it's not Nigerian people. And what they want to do is to kill off as many Nigerians as possible, scatter them from their land so they can move in and steal your resources. Nigerians, I need you to listen to me. I need you to get a piece of your land, your dirt. And I Rekarabe sata, rokareba sete, rekaraba seta karaba, rokorebanda kareba sata. I need you Nigerians to get some of your soil, get some of your dirt. And I need you to begin to lay Nigeria, they are coming to collect. Rekareba sete kareda. They are coming to collect kadada. Nigeria, they are coming after you. They are coming to collect. It's blood they want to shed in that country. I'm telling you, it's blood, and it has nothing to do with Nigerian politicians. It has everything to do with the 10 forces. If you go back to the video that I told you in the video, the Battle for Africa Part 2, go listen to that video again. I said, Nigeria, your burden is difficult. I said, because unlike all the other African countries, that land and the people may have been sold to 2 or 3 people. I said, Nigeria, you're different. You are sold to like in 10 different ways. Nigeria, I see an oncoming bloodbath. And I need you to do something. I need all Nigerians to get a piece of your soil. Get some of your dirt in every part of Nigeria. And I need you to begin to break the contracts of these entities that own your land. You demand, speak to your dirt. Speak to the soil that gave birth to you. Speak to your land that owns your grandparents. Speak to the land that owns your mother. Speak to the land that owns your father. Speak to the land that owns your grandparents and your great-grandparents. Nigeria, they are coming after you. Rekareba. I will not lie to you. Rokoreba se. Rekadaba. Nigeria, they are coming after you. And what I saw, the reason why they're coming after Nigeria is they said you are responsible for keeping the descendants of the slaves in the Americas alive. Because when you come to America, a lot of the slaves are descendants of Nigerians. When you go to the Caribbean, a lot of the slaves are descendants of Nigerians. When you go to South America in Brazil, a lot of the slaves are descendants of Nigerians. Nigeria, I need you. Not all of you will listen. Many of you will laugh at me. And they will say, what kind of prophecy is this? She's not a Christian, she's a devil. Because many of you are under Yahweh and Jesus. But let me tell you something. If you want to prevent what these bloodthirsty demons are preparing for Nigeria, death is at your gate. Nigeria, death is at your gate. Rekedeba, rokoreba sata. Nigeria, your military, rokoreba, rekadeba. Nigeria, in your military, Nigeria, in your military, there is a faction, rokadeba. There is a faction that has been paid by outside forces to destabilize your country and plunge that country into a civil war so they can kill, so they can steal what is yours. That land does not belong to you. I told you. They sold you in 10 different ways. Nigeria, they're coming to collect. It is hidden in your military. Nigeria, your enemy is hidden in your military. Nigeria, hear me. They have their people positioned in your military. I don't know when your elections are coming. I don't know how close it is. But Nigeria, death is at your gate. And it's a massive bloodshed that they're preparing to let through your gate. Nigeria, I need you to get your soil. Take a handful of soil in your hand. And I need you to begin to curse all those blood contracts, all those contracts where they own the land of Nigeria is broken. All those contracts where the people of Nigeria have been sold with the land is broken. All those contracts where they want to kill off a large percentage of the population. And let me tell you who they want to kill off in Nigeria. You stupid Christians that refuse to listen to me, that fight for Yahweh. And Yahweh is the one who goes around the planet doing this. It's you Christians they're coming after to kill. It's you I see. Death is at the gate. And it's you they're coming after. The enemy is in your military. The enemy is hiding in your military. And something is telling me something about the Nigerian election. Something is about, there's either an election coming in Nigeria, I don't know. But something is telling me it's something to do with an election and then a military overthrow. Something like this that will plunge this country into chaos. Nigeria, AKD, I need you to get a piece of your land. Take some dirt. Speak to it until you see that contract. Because the contract was made for your land. The contract to steal your land, it was made to steal your land so that you do not own your land. So that the wealth that is in your land is not yours. And then they murder and they kill and drive and run you off your land. And when they do this, they can come in and steal everything. And your dead body and your blood goes back into the soil. Get your soil, Nigeria. From all the four corners of your country. AKD, I told you what it runs this planet. And I told you it's not human. And I told you how wicked these entities are. Nigeria, they're after you. AKD, something is telling me, Nigeria, your elections are coming. Something in my spirit is telling me Nigerian election is coming. And what I see is a hidden faction of paid enemies in your military. Death is at your gates, Nigeria. You take a piece of your soil. And I need you, Nigerians, to curse that soil. and see all these contracts in the four corners of this planet where you stole our land is broken. All your contracts to murder Nigerians off this land and seize our assets and seize the land. Nigeria is not so much the Muslims I'm seeing whose land they want. It's the Christian part of Nigeria's land they want. And in order to get it, they got to kill you. In order to get that land, Nigeria, they got to kill you. And I'm not seeing is Muslims they're coming to kill. Later they will kill them if you don't stop these entities. And lay curses at the gate. Lay curses at your port. Lay curses at your ekede. Rekara. Rokoraba city. At your port. Nigeria, lay curses at your port. Because those are your gates. I told you about that Atlantic Ocean. I told you about that Atlantic Ocean. Lay curses at your port. Lay curses, I turn. AKD. I turn to the mountains. There's some kind of rebel force. It's either hiding in a mountain or a jungle. It's some dense jungle. It's in the northeast. Northeast. I'm seeing this in the spirit realm. I'm standing in the street and I'm watching where they're located. They're in the northeast. Up in that jungle. There's a faction in there. At your port, Nigeria, there's another enemy there. There's a third enemy in your military. I need you, Nigerians. Death is at your gate. Take your soil. Break these contracts of who owns you. I curse that contract because it's a blood contract. And in order for them to fulfill that contract, they got to clear out a lot of Christians off their land. In order to steal that land, you have three factions in your country, Nigeria, that are prepared to kill you. And who they are aiming to kill is the Christians. Who they are aiming to topple is your government. One is hiding in the jungle. The other one is at your port. And the third faction is in the military. Nigeria, death is at your gate. You need to take your soil, your land, where the blood of your ancestors are in. And you need to lay your curses. No, you break those covenants who stole that land in secrecy. You curse those covenants. And you make sure, you said, you split this country and you shed blood on the Nigerian soil. Blood will shed in the countries who stole your land. Your countries will be split in two. Who decides to split Nigeria in two? Because that is another thing I see coming. What they're attempting to do is split Nigeria in two. Okay? To split it in two. Nigeria. But your hands are not clean. Hey, Kada. Rakade. Your hands are not clean. But you don't deserve this. What they're attempting to do is split Nigeria in two. But they still want to clear out the Christians and to take what land they have. Nigeria, get your soil. And I need you to curse and break the contract. I will not call out who owns your land. But you say, wherever in the four corners of this planet who have stolen our land, whatever bloodshed they intend for Nigeria, bloodshed will be on you. Whatever splitting they come to split Nigeria, splitting will be on you. Whatever land theft they come to steal, Nigeria is another one with gold. Because I just saw in the depths of Nigeria, you're another one who has gold. You're another one who has gold. And you know how these white albino snakes operate. Where there is oil and gold, they will not know peace. You're another one who has gold hidden in you. Wherever these contracts were made and whoever owns, their country will be split in two. I have to do it for you because I know you Christians will not listen to this message. Because you will say she's not a Christian and she's of the devil. And she's saying Yahweh is Lucifer. And you will not listen while death is at your gate. And some of you who are discerning can feel the death at your gate. And everywhere Nigerians go, there are cursed names. How is it possible that 20 years ago, when Nigerians were in the four corners of the earth, they were respected? And today, you Nigerians, your names are cursed. You're called 419 scammers. Or the ones who do blood ritual. I told you your hands are not clean. But the wickedness of a few should not be killing the innocent of many. And for that reason, you're going to be rescued. You're going to lay these curses. And you're going to curse these countries because you are the only one behind your back, Nigeria. Your allies behind your back. You thought they were your allies to your face. But behind your back, Nigeria, they're preparing to shatter you. And it is not right. You need to know. You need to know. Okay? You're another one they want to split. Because you know what they want. You know, whenever they can't get what they want, they split stuff up. And they forever perpetuate divide and conquer because it's easy to rob, cheat, steal, and kill when you're divided than when you're united. Something about your elections, Nigeria. I feel it's too close. Something about your elections and this whole plan is supposed to be hatched when your elections. I'm not sure if your elections are coming up or if it passed. I don't know. But there's something about this plan, this scheme that was hatched, and it's supposed to be done through your elections. I'm just telling you, whether you take it or you leave it is your business. But whether you want to have a country or you don't, you better get some soil and you better start breaking up these contracts. You better start breaking up these contracts because Nigeria, you've been sold in 10 different directions. And many of your so-called allies who you partner with and you thought would be your friends are the ones behind it. That is my message to Nigeria. The Democratic Republic of Congo will rise. I'm going to say it again. The DRC will rise. Yes, it's 30 years. The DRC will rise. But Nigeria, you need to rise too. Because when I saw that vision of Congo, Nigeria, I thought you were the one who was going to rise before Congo. And here I am today. And I say, Nigeria, you're next. They're coming after you next spiritually. Turn these entities back on their own countries and in 10 different ways scatter them. And I hope you have peace. And stop the fucking goddamn blood rituals. What the hell is wrong with you? Because your hands ain't clean. And technically, when your hands are not clean, when you shed innocent blood, it's your innocent blood that will shed. But the extent of the bloodshed that will come upon you is not deserving of the wickedness that you have done. Stop your goddamn blood rituals. I'm going to say it again. Stop your blood rituals. Okay? Because those blood rituals, when they come to collect, they don't care who's innocent and who's guilty. When those entities come to collect, they come to collect. And what I see is at your gate is worse than the blood you've shed. Stop those blood rituals. Get your soil, get your land, and curse those contracts. And Congo, I'm happy for you. But Congo, I need you to understand something. Always remember, you're a new baby who has just been born. And the piranhas that have held you in bondage and captivity, I see them. They're not happy that you were born. So always in the back of your mind, always remember the piranhas who are lurking in the background, the snakes and the lizards and reptiles who never wanted you, Congo, to know peace, are in the background wondering how can we take this country. And black people, I'm going to keep telling you this. What these entities are saying behind closed doors is if these niggers get their land back, they will be rich and we will be poor. And we do not want to be second to any nigger. I'm telling you, this is what they say. Behind closed doors, in front of your face, they smile and they say, yeah. But when they go behind closed doors, they are saying, if these niggers get their land back, they will be rich and we will be poor. I am telling you. May this word meet you. May this word bless you. And may this word prevent a bloodbath. And Nigerians, for God's sake, stop going to Libya. They are barbecuing you. They are skinning Nigerians in Libya, cutting up their flesh and barbecuing them. I am not joking. These are the reports that are coming out of Libya that they're doing to specifically Nigerians. Nigerians, stay the hell away from Libya. Let me tell you again, because you ain't going to listen. Stay away from Libya. Because the reports that are coming out of Libya is that they are skinning Nigerians, cutting them up like shish kebab, and roasting them. And let me tell you what the media will not cover of who they are feeding that flesh. You see the white reptilian space aliens I've been telling you about that you've been laughing at me. Some of you are saying she's crazy and she doesn't know what she's talking about. Ask yourself, why would these creatures and their children in Libya skin Nigerians alive, cook them like shish kebab? Who are they cooking them for? You think they're cooking them for humans? Nigeria, for the love of God, and you know how you love your Jesus and your Allah, stay the hell out of Libya. I'm going to tell you again. You know how you like to say, oh, this one repeats itself 10,000 times. I'm going to repeat myself 10,001. Nigerians, stay away from Libya. And you Cameroonians, stay away from Libya. Because you don't want to know the depth of what is in Libya and what entities they have underground in Libya. You think all these people make it to the Mediterranean and they just sink the boat? You know the reports that are coming out of Libya after they sink the boat and the people die, they are butchering them for their organs. Do you know that organs are no good after you're dead? Who are they butchering them for the organs for? Let me just give you an idea of what these reptiles eat. Entrails and organs. Do you want to be food for the reptilians? You will laugh and you will say she is crazy and she doesn't know what she's talking about. Let me ask you a question, because I don't joke and I don't mix my words. Organs are no good when the person is dead. And they are sinking boats, mainly of Nigerians and Cameroonians in Libya. After they sink the boats and the bodies wash up on the Libyan shore, they got you of your entrails. Do you want to know who is eating those entrails? Do you want to know what is hidden under Libya that is not human, that they're feeding these organs to? Do you want to know what they're hiding under the sands of Libya and in the prisons underneath the ground in Libya. And word is coming back that they have prisons and people have prisons of black people in their homes. Do you want to know? You think it's organ harvesting to China? Your organs are no good after you're dead. Okay? Do you want to be food for these creatures? Nigerians and Cameroonians, stay out of Libya. Because they will kill you, take your organs, and feed it to these very creatures I'm telling you about. That is where your children are going. Your children are being used for food for reptiles underground. And if you want to become food, then go to Libya. If you like your life, find a way to stay in Nigeria or go to another country. Okay? That's my advice to you. And Cameroon, keep your eyes open. Because the one country and a certain religious organization is not happy that you've been born a second time. So always keep your eyes open on the one country and the religious organization that is not happy for your peace and your prosperity. Okay? God bless you, Congo. May the universe bless you, Congo. May the ancestors protect you, Congo. May your borders be protected, Congo. May the UN fully pull out of Congo. May the Congolese, after 30 years of tears and crying, come back and build their country. May all the Congolese land, may the ancestors come down and touch every part of that soil and say, any white reptilian space alien who make any contract to steal the land from the Congolese people, may they strike that country and rip it in two. That is my message for today. May you be blessed. Nigeria, I know you won't listen because I know you're Christians. Okay? But that is the message. I have no more to say.
Thank you so much.
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at lancescurv.com and follow Scurv on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under Lance Scurv.